Here we are in section 2.3 with numbers 15 through 23. Here we've got some word problems. We're going to translate these. First of all, we have 48. Is means equals. 9 more than, so that's 9 added on to. 3 times a number. Oh, let's do f this time for number. 3f plus 9. What is that number? We have 48 equals 3f plus 9. Subtract 9, we get 39 equals 3f. Divide by 3, f equals 13. The number is 13. Number 16. 18 less than 7 times a number. Ooh, so 18 less than, now remember that's subtract, but it goes after we do 7 times a number. So 7 times a number, let's pick p this time, 7p. And then 18 less than that is subtract 18. That's the tricky one. Equals 80. What is that number? So to get p by itself, look, we're in happy math land again. We're able to solve this guy. We take and add 18 to both sides, and we get 7p equals 98. Divide by 7, and we get p equals 14. That number is 14. Number 17. If two angles of a triangle are 70 and 48, what is the measure of the third angle? So that's what we're trying to find. Let's make that a T for third angle. Now, what happens with the two angles in the third angle? If we look in the formula at the angles, they add up to 180. So we know that 70 plus 48 plus that third angle T have to equal 180. We are now again in happy math land. We have our equation right there. 70 plus 48 is 118 plus that third angle have to equal 180. Subtract 118 from both sides. And we get that T equals 62. That's going to be 62 degrees for that third angle. All right, the next one. What is the width? I think let's pick a W for that. Of a rectangle that has an area. So area equals 390 square inches and a length of 20. Now remember the formula. Area equals length times width. So we have 390 equals 20 times W. 390 equals 20W. Divide both sides by 20. Divide both sides by 20. And we get that W equals, if we punch that in the calculator, we get 19.5. We are in inches. We are in inches squared. So this is 19.5 inches is the width. Next one, number 19. Find the area of the shaded region. Now notice that this is just like taking a circle and then subtracting out the rectangle. So that's exactly what we're going to do. This circle has a diameter of 14 centimeters. That means if you were to take and go from here, you have 7 centimeters. So the area of this is going to be area is pi r squared minus, so 49 pi, we'll punch that into our calculator, minus, this is 3 times 8, so this is length times width, would be 24 centimeters squared. So if we punch in pi times 49 minus 24, we will get 129. Let's round to the nearest tenth this time. And we're talking area, so we are in centimeters squared. Good. What is the slant height of a cone that has radius 7 meters and surface area 700? This is going to be a big one. We need to find, if we look up our surface area formula, it's surface area equals pi r squared plus pi r L, where L is the slant height. So if we put all those in, we get 700 equals pi times the radius squared plus pi times 7 times L. All right, let's write it out down here. 700 equals 49 times pi plus 7 pi times L. Now we could put decimals in there if we wanted to, but we'll be doing the same thing. So let's just get rid of them. We're trying to get L by itself. So let's subtract off this 49 pi. It's just added on over here. So subtract him off first, 49 pi. And we get down here that 7 times pi times L equals, go ahead and punch that in the calculator, 700 minus 49 pi. And we get, this is 546.06. And now, to get L by itself, the only last thing we have to do is divide by 7 pi and divide by 7 pi. So we take that number and divide by 7, and then also divide by pi, and we're left with L equals 24.830. We can leave it as 83, and we look and we are in meters. Everything's in meters. 24.83 meters. Number 21. We're looking at a rectangular solid, so a box. And it has a volume. So look up the volume formula. That's length times width times height. So the volume's 238 equals length is 17 and height is 2 and width is what we're trying to find. We'll leave that as W. This is 34, so we can divide both sides by 34 and we get W equals 238 divided by 34 gives us 7. 7 what? Volume's in millimeters cubed, and the side lengths are in millimeters. There we go. Good. Okay, number 22. Ooh, a cone. Let's get some white space to work in. So on 22, we're going to have a cone, and we're looking at its volume. Volume is 1/3 pi r squared h. Turn back the page there. You'll find that formula. So we have the volume is 338. It's 1/3 times pi times radius squared times h. Oh boy, let's do it. H is going to equal, let's find out what this number is. 1/3 times pi times 6 squared is about 37.7. That's what, let's write that in. Okay, that's what that number is. So we can divide both sides by 37.7. So we take 338, divide by 37.7, and we end up with 8.965. So 8.97, and we are in centimeters. And number 23, the last one. Parallelogram. Now, if we look back and find the formula, area is base times height. Now, it's not a side length, but it's just how tall the parallelogram is. So we get 64 equals 12.6 times h. Look at that happy, nice equation. We know how to solve him. We just divide both sides by 12.6 and we'll get h by itself. So we get h equals 64 divided by 12.6 equals 5.079 is what I got on my calculator. So 5.08. I kind of like rounding to the nearest hundredth, but if you rounded 5.1, that's all right. And this is in inches. Inches squared for area, so height is in inches. That is correct. Good.